Hi, second grade friends. Today we are going to finish the last of the Wonder Book by Amy Krouse Rosenthal and pictures by Paul Schmid. And just a reminder that the publisher is Harper. Thank you, Harper, for letting me share this story with my class in distance learning. So the last poem that we read was called Fifi Hawkins Thinks She Knows It All. And this poem, I don't know if you noticed how it was organized. It was a question and then Fifi would answer it. So it was question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. And poems sometimes use repetition to really prove their point. So in this case, it would be that she knows it all. So let's move on to reading the last couple of poems. Further clarification. And I can see a little boy hanging from a tree and a monkey hanging from a tree. What grows on trees? Walking sticks for brave explorers, birds, acorns, tree houses, kumquats. Tire swings, the most important part of apple pie. And if you look over here, this side, it's a list. Birds, acorns, tree houses, kumquats. And then underneath it says, what doesn't grow on trees? Curly Q mustaches, snorkels, money, mittens, remote control dune buggies, fancy shoes, and sausage. That Amy, she's hilarious. All right, the next poem is called Sounds Like Rust, R-U-S-T. What the boy said to the new girl, Esther Klein, in his class. Are you Esty? What the British man said when he tasted his first cup of American tea. R-U-S-T. Or is it Usty? Well, there's a period in between, so I think it's U.S. Because when there's a capital letter and two periods, that means it's an acronym. So it stands for two words that are shortened. And in this case, it would be United States. What the confused kindergartner said when his teacher asked him which letters come after Q. R-U-S-T. Close. The U comes after the T. That's funny. Okay, so the next poem is called Stop That, Be Quiet, Please Sit Still. And if you have siblings and you are quarantined with them right now, you might be having these types of conversations. It's first thing in the morning, class has gathered on the rug. Miss Asher, don't you miss gathering on the rug? I do. Miss Asher is taking roll call. JJ's found some braids to tug. Uh-oh. Stop that. Be quiet. Please sit still. Now is not the time for that. Can't you chill? Friday afternoon, off to Taekwondo class. It begins with silent meditation. JJ wants a ball to pass. Stop that. Be quiet. Please sit still. Now is not the time for that. Can't you chill? Dinner hour now, the family's at the table. Dad wants to know, how's your day? JJ's being a horse at a stable. Stop that. Be quiet. Please sit still. Now is not the time for that. Can't you chill? A special family outing downtown to the symphony. Do you remember when you used to go to the symphony or the movie theater with lots of people? Oh, those were the days. Time to listen. Pay attention. JJ's busy tapping his brother's knee. Say it with me. that. Be quiet. Please sit still. Now is not the time for that. Can't you chill? Home for stories in bed, a peaceful time for all. Mom's trying to sing sweet mom songs. JJ's bouncing off the wall. Stop that. Be quiet. Please sit still. Now is not the time for that. Can't you chill? Saturday morning stroll with Dad. They pass an old man rocking on his swing. Dad says, "Shh, the man is resting." But the man wants JJ to do his thing. "Oh, don't stop. Be louder. I am so glad you're here. What a lovely spirit you have, and it brings me such cheer." So this one was interesting because it had repetition and had a pattern, but not everyone had the same perspective, right? Those who were with JJ all day long didn't appreciate his energy, but his neighbor did. A tale about rhyming and some very fortunate timing. Do you see where the ellipsis is? A tale about rhyming, ... Turn on the lights, and some very fortunate timing. Once, not twice, upon a time, there lived a boy who couldn't rhyme. "I really don't know how to do it." His friend said, "Come on, ain't nothing to it." He asked his mom, "Does tree rhyme with boot?" She shook her head no. The boy cried, "Shoot!" He asked his dad, "Does leg rhyme with ear?" His dad said, "Nope." The boy shed a tear. He tried and tried but couldn't get it down. Then one day a new store came to town. When he heard about this funny new place, a gigantic smile appeared on his face. Rhyming store, rhymes for girls and boys. A rhyming store? That's better than toys. What did he see when he walked in the door? Rhymes everywhere, from ceiling to floor. A red bed, a big wig, a blue shoe, a tall ball, a rock sock, a white kite, a pink sink, a yawl drawl. "I'd like the round hound, sir, but all I have is a dime." "That will do, son. Now go enjoy your new rhyme." The boy took it home and put it on his shelf, and now he can rhyme all by... What do you think comes here? Shelf and himself, maybe? You know, another poet in our class wrote a poem like this where he put a blank. It was Nate. Nate wrote a poem with a blank like this, and you had to add in your own word. So creative. All of these things is not like the other. Abby, Gabby, Eddie, Teddy, Freddie, Nettie, Kelly, Nellie, Haley, Kaylee, Louie, Stewie, Bob. Who do you think Bob is? Do you think Bob is the camel on the bottom? Oh, oh that's hilarious. All right. Wow, this poem is super cool. It's written like a comic strip. So we have the characters here. Cantaloupe, honeydew, orange, and apple. And look at Orange's face. Oh, orange looks sour. You know, honeydew, honeydew, you love me? You know I do. Then let's run off and get married. Oh, darling, we've talked about this. We can't elope. But I want to be with you forever. Aren't you tired of listening to those two? They're so melodramatic. They're young and in love. They should have what we have, my sweet, to live happily ever after. Oh, that's funny. And it's called Fruitful Love. Do you get it? That's hilarious. All right, friends, there's one poem left, and it's called Rhyming Summary of the Universe. It's a bit of a challenge to cut a steak with a spoon. Don't show up at 12:10 if you agree to 12 noon. You might be your least charming when it matters the most. It's not a big deal when you burn your morning toast. Ask not, what will you give me if I help you with the dishes? Give away 2. Okay, 1 if you're granted 3 wishes. Do the worst part of the homework first. Don't save it for later. Stand up for your sibling or some picked on first grader. Keep your nails, ears, and nose clean and always wear your good shoes. Use a nice firm handshake with your hi, how are yous? Go jump in the puddle, just bring extra socks. Think twice about flocking to where everyone else flocks. Hang on to your old pals while making friends that are newer. Some days your zipper will jam and your hat'll fall down in a sewer. Despite your best efforts, your goldfish may stop swimming. It is unbecoming to always be gimme, gimme, gimmying. If your neighbor is sick, bring over lollipops and soup. Cursive takes practice with those fancy twirls and loops. No matter how big the cake, there's only 4 corner pieces. Uncles like to steal noses from nephews and nieces. Learn how to listen. Did you hear what I said? When you roll a 5, don't sneak 6 spaces ahead. Your parents will often annoy you for no certain reason. Enjoy blueberries while you can. They have a very short season. 64 crayons you do not really need. To be happy with 3 is to be happy indeed. The rhyming summary of the universe. And the end of the book, it's actually really neat. There's an index with keywords. And I can post this for you. I'll take a picture of it and post it. So you can see there's like porcupines. Like these are all really good words that Amy used in her story. And then key images. So things that you can picture in your head. And look, under key images, she put a picture of keys. She's so clever. And then this is the not beginning. So this must be the